engagements, those mid-game engagements. It's just so many different play styles throughout the match that we see, and it's been a lot of fun.
We've actually seen a few players favor kind of like the more sandy half of the map. So the lower right, we've seen people land Paradise Palms, some near the Gus racetrack, even some near Pueblo. So,
and I think the reason why Paradise is such a high occupied area is because of all those like rifts. You know, it's a quick way to farm up, get your loot, and then go anywhere you want. And you can choose after a rift whether you want to scout out, whether you want to go into another battle, whether you want more loot. I mean, from the air, there's so much you can see and observe. After that rift. An initial AR pickup. Takes out possibly 2, 1 down.
Oh my gosh, I think he plinked the second player for 62, right? It was a headshot on the secondary player.
He's very, very hurt right now. And the question is he going to push that or is he going to want to make sure to get mats?
Oh, but you know, that's tough because if they wait too long, they're going to get the revive. They're going for it. This is Teaksy going for it as well.
Mind you, both of these players do not have any shields, so if the enemy inside here who's hurt has a shotgun, it could be over.
Oh no, they fight. Okay, so that's one player down.
Yep. The one is still standing, though. One shotgun is all it takes, though. They've got to be careful.
Look at this. They're running in the room, chasing this player down. Teaksy leading the pack. Oh, no. They find elimination.
And he had a big shield, too, as well, that he couldn't even pop.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's it. They're just transferring that loot. That's all this is.
Yeah, that was a very great aggressive play on their part. Claiming Tilted Towers, and it looks like they're the only ones remaining currently in Tilted, so they have all of that to loot, all of that to farm, and they're going to walk out of there with quite a bit of great loot and mats.
Definitely. Taking a look at the map, man. Look at this. Everyone's spread out. There's definitely a few spots where some of the duos have landed. Look at this. They're favoring risky reels at top. We didn't actually see much of that yesterday. We saw players. It was always like one duo landing Wailing, Risky, and then near Lazy Lynx. And now we see it's shifting.
And it kind of comes back to, like, near risky reels, there is that rift as well. It goes back to that quick escape route, that quick bail if you need to. And I think a lot of these teams kind of tend to drop towards the rifts. I mean, this Season 5 change with those rifts and with those ATKs has been amazing, and it just adds a whole new dynamic. I mean, I don't think we'd see people landing there if there were no rifts.
Oh, there has been people, right?
Definitely adds a whole new dynamic.
I'm curious to see the team landing in Junction. Look at that. They've got the farthest basically to run, so we'll have to see if they can make that. But hopping over here.
Yeah, it looks like they're in an engagement here, farming every single second or trying to break that rock so it's not in its way for any kind of engagement.
Okay.
And DK actually played last week. Played super high. We saw some great play coming out from him. And actually, at one point, he was actually, we like were listening in, and he just narrated the final moments of the game for us. So I'm a really big fan of
our job easy.
Yeah, he was just doing the job for us. So I was like, DK, take it away, you know?
So it looks like are they pushing up to get this battle? It looks like they are.
Look at this.
One with a burst to the right.
Mine, Nick. The current standings, Kinzo and Mitro up the top. Just a reminder for everyone at home, there's your top 5.
Now they're going to push. He is hurt. He has no shield. And I think a big factor in these engagements is knowing when your enemy doesn't have shield and when they do. If you get a shot when they do have shield, you tend to play a little more passively. But when you realize, you see, okay, he's hurt, you tend to be a little more aggressive.
The pain goes down.
Great play. And here it comes, staying from above. This guy has shield, so he might play a little more cautiously. With an edit play, drops down, peeks, and he tries to build without looking around, and he pays.
Wow, what a great punish there coming out.
And there could be another team nearby. I think they're going to get into a build-off here.
Above me, I have no match.
Enemy has ultimate high ground here. He's peeking. 1 versus 2 right now. He's all by himself. He's leaving himself very exposed from the guy who has the high ground, the enemy.
Oh no, so DK's gonna try and fall down, but his teammate's gone, so that means like just go in, right?
And now he's getting, oh,
it's Ukes! Oh, wow. So it's Ukes and Reflection, they're here now.
And what he tried to do is try to go to his teammate to save him, but it was too late. He maybe possibly should have focused on the guy who was split up. Instead, when he dropped down and went to the other team, that allowed the enemy to follow him, and then they pinched them together. When it's 1 versus 2, you almost want to isolate the enemies and take them on one by one. And he had that opportunity early on before he went to his teammate that was downed.
Here we go. These are the King guys. King wins.
Nice little outskirt, nice little calm area of the map.
What the heck happened here at the edge?
There's one player. There's a lot of action. Wow, man. The Klinger goes out. Grenades, explosions, everything. They're just not saving anything at all. They want this man dead, eliminated.
That's right. And I mean, at this point, right, we talked about it. Every single elimination matters. Every single point is the difference in standings right now.
Yeah, and they have a lot of mats here. They have a lot of ammo, and it's going to be curious. I'm curious if they're going to waste it all just to get this one elimination. or even 2.
That's a great point. It's almost like, is it worth overcommitting for it?
Right.
It's hard. Wait,
Did he drop down?
I don't know.
There's a little tombstone down there.
Is there?
Yeah. Apparently someone got stuck there.
Oh.
And there was oh wow. Wow.
Yeah, so they fell there to their death, unfortunately. Were downed.
Yeah.
And they secure the elim.
A little side story, Muzelk actually tried to rescue someone who got trapped down there in a public match.
Oh, yeah.
And then he ended up eliminating the player he was trying to save. And so they have a tombstone as a memorial. Epic Games did that as a little Easter egg. It's very, very funny.
That. Yep.
Yeah.
He bounced into him with the ATK and sent the player flying. That's
you got to love the little things that Epic Games does to spice it up and to add that variety.
That's right. This is a little bit of a replay here.
Peeks and he tries to build without looking around.
That was a super dope play.
Very good.
And then remember, this is when Reflection and then his teammate follow up.
Yeah. They played that very well. Another engagement here. He is by himself.
Oh, man, this is Mark. Yeah, he's by himself, like you're saying.
And no, look at his match, Zeke. I mean, very low. He has no AR or any kind of submachine gun ammo. All he has is a hunting rifle to work with and a heavy shotgun.
It's gotta be. It's a tough spot. You can only build 3 things.
Right.
That's it.
And in this engagement, he almost wants to keep that high ground. He probably shouldn't have dropped down here. He's gonna waste mats building up, and then he has no cover if he really needs to resort to materials as a last resort escape.
Oh, man, only 2 things left to build.
Maybe we should listen in. This could get pretty intense.
All right, let's listen in. Oh, wow, he finds down?
He goes for the elimination
Oh.
versus the person shooting them. And that's where it comes down to, do they want that wrecking ball bonus? But it might have been better to focus on the guy who was alive.
Yeah.
He wanted that elimination so badly
He
that it
tried.
cost him his life.
That's right. Keenstar and Amar here. They're making their way over to Shifty. And, I mean, Keenstar, I can't even say enough awesome things about this player.
Very great player, eh? Yeah. So it looks like he has a lot of materials. He's got a decent amount of ammo, and he has a minigun, which is interesting. Not too many players use it. Definitely a great weapon for late game, and I think he's saving it late game when people are building a lot of structures, possibly.
Look at that. He immediately saw a player on his left. You know what I'm wishing that we saw more, that we saw yesterday, was the ramps.
Yeah.
It's like the tunnel method.
Right.
I want to start seeing that all the time. Because right there, you saw he had to slow down. He had to hop, look to his left, build a wall, hop, look to his left, build a wall, where he could just build the ramps that were at an angle and just kept running.
So if those of you guys who don't know what this strategy is when you're getting shot from somewhere and you're not trying to engage, you know, you'll jump and build a wall, you'll jump and build a wall. And the reason you jump is to keep your momentum going forward. However, another way of getting cover is you just put out your ramps, you rotate it once, and then it offers a protection. And you'd almost have to see it in person to actually understand what we're talking about. But using ramps as cover is a very great strategy.
It's the new thing.
Yeah.
We saw yesterday. It's so sick.
Yeah.
But here we go, looking at the map, the overhead view here. I mean, look at this. So this is near Shifty Shafts. No Keenstar's there. There's 2 duos there alongside them. We've got people in Tilted Towers. There's 2 duos there.
Yeah. Oh, wow. And he goes down.
No. Keenstar
and he's finished right away.
Severin takes him down.
And that enemy loses his shield as well. He's trying to loot him right now. He's going to Twitch. Amar is going to want to put some pressure on him, but that way he can't loot his teammate. Because he's getting a bunch of loot now. He's probably restocking on mats, possibly healing up, getting his minis.
I didn't even think about that because Keenstar always has an abundance of materials. So the moment he downs him, it's like if that guy picks up all those materials, he's good to go.
And you saw him do that right there, and now he's going to be well equipped. He's giving him time, but he's going to wait. He's going to play the waiting game. Possibly there could be a third party that he doesn't want to get shot from. He wants to play it safe, possibly go for that Kingpin bonus, triple the points in the next game.
Oh, man. So hopping over here. Look at that. So that's the Solary area, airwalks, and then Hunter there on the bottom right. Look at this. We got a little bit of fight on the top left here.
Right. And it's there's some battles in Paradise Palms. There's some battles near Loot Lake. I mean, just battles everywhere. This is an all-out frenzy. They want any kind of bonus or just points in general. They want those eliminations. Now he's got to be careful that he doesn't get sniped here. He's standing very still. Oh, and he gets it.
He gets Isaac live.
We've seen a lot of snipers in the previous round, Zeke. I mean, the way he's peeking right now is pretty risky to do.
Very dangerous, especially now. There's a lot of open space, right? The line of sight. There's not many natural things, especially when you're building up that high.
Yeah, and the longer they draw out this battle, the more likely an enemy's going to hear it or see it if they get high enough with their builds, and then he possibly could get picked off.
This is back to Amar, who's flying away. So what's interesting about the Solary guys is they're actually kind of playing in one studio, and they have someone that's like switching between them, so that's why you kind of see them going back and forth.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
That's an interesting setup.
Yeah, so and then last week they actually had their pyramid, their setup in like a diamond.
Right.
It was all solo. They were sitting across each other. It's super dope,
Right,
man.
that's cool. That's a very unique setup. So here we see the Storm kind of pushing in either Hunter or Airwalks, and they're definitely going to want to keep on moving, kind of get in the zone, get a good position, and scout out. You almost sometimes, when you get in the zone, not necessarily want to build right away. You're almost wasting mats. Maybe you want to see where the next zone is going to be before you think of building that one by one and consuming all those mats.
Definitely. Trot and Tourage here. And Spring.
And he even sees someone, but he's not trying to pick anyone off because he doesn't have any long range. He has an AR, and he can utilize that first shot accuracy, but maybe he doesn't want to give away his position.
So you'll probably get blocked.
That's a really great point. You know, you do want to find eliminations, but the moment you give yourself away, then that's information you're giving away for free, right? So now everyone's like, oh, there's a player here.
And he might not even hit that shot. And I mean, is one shot with an AR gonna get the elimination? Most likely not. So is the risk worth the reward?
Right, over to Fnatic Power and Jarl. You can see them are up the top. Alex down below them in a 1-by-1.
Wow.
Arma and Orslok.
And this wide-angle view is really nice, Zeke. You can see everything going on here.
Oh, Orslok gets taken down. So Amar is by himself there. Oh, you know what? Amar is actually, so it's actually Alex and Orslok that are a duo. Amar is by himself. And then the Fnatic guys are also in a duo.
So there's a lot of parties here involved.
Yeah, guys are all there, like literally not that far away. They're probably a grid space away.
Yeah. And wow!
Oh!
I always talk about saving your explosives and not wasting them like that, but clearly he did not waste them. That was a beautifully thrown Klinger grenade.
That's right, and they find Fnatic Power, so Jarl is by himself. Now they have to play the turtle game. He's got to try and get power up before they can make this assault.
He's almost not going to want to go for the revive. He's going to want to shoot at the people who's shooting at them. Otherwise, now look, they can get the high ground without any worry of being shot by the enemy. And now they pinch him right here. When a teammate goes down, sometimes it's best to just avoid them entirely and not go for the revive. Focus on the people who downed your teammate.
They're splitting them up here. I can't tell if this was Jarl here.
Oh, great shots, and he's hurt, lit up.
Oh, so power goes down, and then there you see that was Amar by himself.
Yeah.
I have 5 you.
Great plays there. I mean, they have a lot of materials. They have a lot of ammo, a lot. And a decent loadout. They're going to be very well set up for endgame if they make it that far.
It sounds like one of the players here has 5 eliminations, and he was trying to call out.
Oh, and another enemy right here.
Oh, man.
Wow, it was a 1 versus 2 as well. That was a crazy hectic battle right there.
Yep.
Oh, and then he just gets
Look, it's Jarl.
Beautiful play.
Oh, what is he saying?
Team.
Another
There's another team? Oh, my gosh. Dude, in situations like this.
He's panicking, man.
I can't. Chill.
So you say he saw he fell. His teammate's still building up, though.
Right.
This is actually a blessing.
And the spray from behind is one shot. One shot. The enemy team is literally one shot. Both players are one shot. They need to be aggressive here to get the finish. And if they don't, they're going to heal up. They're going to get in a better position and spray him. Mind you, he can go down. Tohaj can go down with 1 shotgun blast. And he's in the storm. A lot of pressure is currently on him.
He's got to keep running. Oh, they're all fighting in the storm.
And here he comes. Oh, and he goes down.
Look, it was the VGA guys. They're right across the hill here. They make their way over. They heard the fighting and said, we want some of this.
And they were so low, I think they both died. He weakened them so much that both of them end up dying. They wanted to take him with them.
That's right.
The trade right there. And I think Tohaj's teammate realizes he needs a bail. I mean, when the storm closes, it's going to chunk for 5 damage per second. I mean, there's no way they're getting out of that, even with the med kit that he has.
Yeah, it's just, you know, especially because you have so far to run. If they had like a launch pad or, you know, bouncers, okay, sure. They only have one bouncer. That's not going to get them back there.
Yeah, and it just comes back to, like, I mean, sometimes when your teammate goes down, as we were saying, you just got to leave them. You got to be selfish in some of these scenarios. Otherwise, you'll both end up dying versus just one of you, or getting eliminated versus one.
That's right. Over to Lunary and Solary. Airwax and Hunter. This is here Airwax, and he has 3 eliminations.
In that team up on the hill, you saw a metal structure being built. They are in the zone just barely. And I think right now, everyone's just waiting to see where the next circle is going to be to plan their next move to get in a better situation to try to find a better scenario to engage.
That's right.
But it doesn't look like he's trying to look for a fight here.
So Hunter has no eliminations. Okay, so Airwax has 3, so they need 4 more to initiate Wrecking Ball.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they get a Victory Royale, in which case.
Yeah. Yeah, and now you see everyone's moving in. As soon as that next circle comes in, everyone wants that better position in the main circle before other players currently get in, like so. And now this is where they can get picked off very easily. So they're gonna maybe want to start building ramps, trying to build walls. And here's Yet at far away.
Man, that was I was very brave. I don't know that I personally could have ran toward, you know, a 2x1.
Right.
But, you know, it looked like the players were still building, so they were like, look, they're building. We have a small window to get to where we need to go and immediately start building. And you saw that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. And here it is. He has the high ground right here. Enemy down below. There was an RPG. I'm not sure if it was a teammate's RPG or an enemy. That's something to consider. I think it's a teammate. They're both firing at the same enemy. And it looks like a 2 versus 1 here. Great pressure. They're focused on the same wall here. Oh, and he doesn't even build. Nice.
Cypher snafu. They find the elimination. They have 1 under their belt.
Great teamwork there. I mean, there's not much you can do when you're getting pinched by 2 players. I mean, you almost have to fight back. Otherwise, they're just sitting in the open, and a lot of people stay still as they're trying to put that pressure. A lot of people don't expect one person to fight back when they're being outnumbered. So the good players will try to always fight back. And in that situation he was in, it was tough even for him to fight back with where he was at and the storm right on him as well. He did a very good job.
Absolutely. 20 players left. There's the little map. You can see it there. Players are spaced out, but man, they're going to start to forced in by the storm, and they're going to have to make some decisions.
They got the matching skins as well.
Oh, yeah. Those are the founder skins. I love them.
Right. Very nice, very nice. Scouting out, waiting for the next circle, I think, before they make their move. They're possibly counting teams, seeing where everyone's at, so when they do decide to push in, they don't get blindsided from someone who is below them or to the right. They have eyes on everyone right now. They're trying to scout.
Look at that. They're looking at third party. You saw some of the tracers at range. They're fighting each other. You see rockets being fired in.
I mean, it almost begs the question.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow. So if someone finds the final elim there in Andiza, that means that elimination is going. There you go.
Wow.
Airwax can secure it there.
And
my gosh.
I was going to ask the question, is it worth it to, while they're distracted building off, like to push in and go for the center of the zone to get closer to the next circle, or go for those eliminations? And clearly, they took the right option by going for the eliminations. Great plays right here.
We saw Hunter do the, Razor do this a few games ago. When you're seeing 2 people fight, you want a third party, right? And you saw it. They find an elimination just because some player wasn't paying attention. They're like, hey, look, this is our threat. And then immediately Airwax says, look, you've given me just an inch. I'm going to turn that into a mile, and now I have an extra elim under my belt.
And I mean, people get tunnel vision. We saw that in a clip earlier where it was a 2 versus 1. And I mean, the 2 players were just focused on that one because the one was just like building or not really doing anything back. And those are perfect opportunities for third parties because they're so tunnel vision focused on that just one enemy that it provides such a great opportunity to do a lot of damage.
Look at this, stink bombs. He's carrying 4, trying to flush people out. They need to get out of the gas there or they're going to start taking a bunch of damage.
Yeah, a lot of action happening here. And mind you, the storm circle is very far. It moves very quickly, and there's 40 seconds until it moves. So they have to be aware of that. Have to be quick. The shotgun play from up above focuses on the one below him as well. He's not trying too much attention to just one person. That team fire, and now they can team fire the second.
Nick, that was City Driver. They have eliminated City Driver.
They're very close here. A couple C4s. They don't want to stay too close in both loot. Almost one should be looting, one should be scouting at this point.
So Camo was City Driver's teammate, and they had a Kingpin bonus from last game, so their points would have been tripled. We have to hope that they found any amount of eliminations, man.
Yeah.
These points are very vital.
I mean, it's not easy to get the Kingpin or the Wrecking Ball bonus, so they want to make advantage of it, or take advantage of it while they have it.
Exactly. We saw Tesco and Snafu went down, and then Fnatic Power and Jarl also went down. They had Wrecking Ball, so
yeah.
We got to just hope, man, they find some eliminations.
And here's that Storm. Oh, wow. And they start running early from the zone, and then this enemy picks him off, one of them, and there's no way he's getting revived here.
Oh, it's Camo. Camo's still up.
Wow.
So Camo still has Kingpin bonus active. So even that one elimination, if that was the only one he has, that's now 3 points.
And as we saw with Camo getting that elimination, sometimes it's better to wait before you run to the next circle. Wait till the zone pushes everyone out. Otherwise, Camo's going to be up top, and he's going to laser you while you're trying to go to the next zone early.
Oh, no. Look at the top there. Atlantis, Mitro, and Kinzel. These guys are the guys at the top. They're all the way above. They have high ground.
Great positioning. Great positioning. This is going to be an interesting battle, Zeke. Man.
10 players left, Nick.
Yeah.
Everyone is now racing to try and get better position. They're all tunneling, trying to just give themselves any advantage that they can right now.
And as you can see, they're extending a ton of 1-by-1s. I mean, they're just trying to set up a nice little tunnel and claim all that area so no enemies can build next to them. And that way they have a clear advance to the next zone coming up very soon in 25 seconds.
Interesting that he drops this remote explosive for the rocket launcher.
Right. Yeah, and maybe it's a thing of, because I think, how many remote explosives I didn't see, but maybe it's a possibility of he has 12 rocket ammo or RPG ammo, so there's more explosions that can be made versus only like four remote explosives.
And the thing is, too, is rockets fly in a straight line, right? So once you fire, you fire and forget, whereas with the remote explosive, you actually kind of have to, like, throw it. You have to make sure you're marking it correctly and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Look at that, bouncing out. Alex, look at that. Alex says, nice bouncer. I'm going to put some damage on you. That was Kinzel.
Goes down, and the storm is going to consume him. He's not going to be able to escape that. A lot of RPG use going on right now, as we just saw.
Oh, look at that. So Kinzel goes down. That means only Atlantis Mitro from last 2 games ago. Yeah. Mitro is currently, their team is at the top of 17 points.
He's very high up as well. He can easily get shot down. Hopefully he's reinforcing that, and now an enemy connects it as well. It's a little better reinforced. And now it's a battle of high ground. The zone is so close now. The enemy, wow, and there's that RPG.
Okay.
And here it comes, 2 versus 1 from, wow, and they're peeking from below, from above. They're dropping down. Shotgun shots everywhere.
There's no mats. They have no mats.
Wow, and he gave up the high ground. The enemy dropped down. Oh, someone's building up too. This is not good.
Nick, only 6 players left.
You've got to hope his teammate has some mats to share with them.
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like at this point he would have given him some, right?
Right. They both could be out of mats. They could be in a tricky situation. How do they get to the next zone? They have to drop down on ground level. If they survive, there's 3 seconds now. The storm is coming in.
It sounded like one of the rockets may have damaged shields. Hard to say. Oh, look. Okay, so he gives him some metal.
No, but it was only like 20.
It was like 20.
He can build 2 walls or 2 ramps or 2 floors. That's not good. And the RPG brings someone down.
So there's it looks like a few. It's duos. Or now look. So it's 2 duos.
Caught in the storm now. The storm
and
is
singletons.
Yeah, and the storm is checking for 10 Zeke as well. So they got to be very aware of that as they're trying to fight. With no mats, I mean, if he drops down here, he could be... Wow!
And that was Lunary Airwalks. They find the elimination. So Madison and the Vic claim victory royale here in our match number 3. That means for next game, they're going to have the Kingpin bonus